What goes on, guys? We're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at maybe my most anticipated line of the year. We're going to be taking a look at the brand new Jada Toys Scooby-Doo figures of Wave 1. You got the Mummy of Anka. There he is. Looking great. Barcode for him. The Creeper. He's looking great. There you go. And Norville Shaggy Rogers. There you go, barcode for him. So I'm extremely excited for these. I don't even know what else to say other than let's go ahead and open these guys up. So, the long-awaited Scooby-Doo line from Jada Toys. How in the hell is it? Are they living up to the hype? Are they as good as everyone says they are? Do they make me as happy as I had hoped? And I am here to report that all of that is accurate. These are awesome. They make me very happy, and I think that they are totally worth the price point in a line that I will totally be all in on. These are excellent. Should we be surprised? It's Jada Toys. They know what they're doing. They know how to make a good action figure for a good price. They know what the customer wants. Should we be surprised? Probably not. Does it make it any less awesome? 100% not. These are awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, without further ado, let's jump into these guys. So, I don't know what my least favorite one is. I'm going to end with Shaggy. I mean, you have to end with the gang member, you know. I think I'm going to start with the Mummy. I think the Mummy is... You can make an argument for any one of these being the best figure out of the three. You really can. But the Mummy is probably my least favorite one because he's not... He's not the first 10 villains that come to my mind when I think Scooby-Doo. So, does that make sense? Like... The Creeper, he's probably the first one I think of other than like maybe spooky Space Kook or the Deep Sea, the Diver. Like those are what I think of. I don't really think of the Mummy. That being said, it's still freaking awesome. I mean, it's the Mummy. How can you not like it? There's not that much paint on here, but there doesn't need to be. The way that they have the dry brush on the brown looks fantastic. The red dots in the eyes, I didn't even notice that until I opened these up. The black in the mouth looks great. Get the bandages all over the place. It's just a beautifully sculpted figure. And the way that they did the articulation to hide pretty much everything except the elbows and the knees, it's just... It is excellent design. It really is. You get the back too. It's awesome. It is so awesome. It looks fantastic. So, in terms of accessories for him, you get the open hands. And you get like the fist hands, which look like boxing gloves because they're so like dense, but they look good. You get the like the unmasking effect, which also looks great. So you pop the head off and then put this on. It goes this way. And then what are you gonna do? You need to unmask somebody. So here's the professor. And look at that head sculpt. That is straight out of Hanna-Barbera, man. Looks so good. Looks so good. Pop that on here. Ooh. It does go on pretty easily. At least it has been. I don't think I'm hitting the hole. Oh my gosh, maybe it doesn't go on easy. I could have sworn I was having it go on pretty easy. Like, I don't remember having an issue with it. Yeah, I just wasn't putting it in the right angle. So you get that effect, and that is awesome. You can have Shaggy pull that. It's perfect for a Scooby-Doo line. I mean, what else could you ask for? That is so good. Very nice spread of accessories there. Nothing crazy, but it's everything that the Mummy from Scooby-Doo would need. So you can't complain. He's also really tall. I like that. Like, he's a big guy. Like, it seems like a normal-sized dude in this line wrapped in bandages. It makes sense. So, the articulation, the head goes up, looks pretty much all the way up, goes down, pivot side to side, and will rotate. So, really nice. All of these are on, like, pegs. So, they'll rotate all the way around. You want to be a little careful with them. They might, I don't want them to strip on you. So I would be a little careful with them, but they do pose. You get a butterfly joint on a freaking mummy figure that it just blends in with the sculpt. It's incredible. The hinge goes up, down, rotates 360. Bicep swivel that's hidden beautifully. Double jointed elbows, and the way that they did this bandage on the arm, like moving with the elbow, excellent. That is good stuff right there. And then the wrist swivel and hinge. The diaphragm joint. I mean, just look at that. Double diaphragm joint. You get to go all the way back. I mean, it gets a little gappy, but I'm okay with that when it works. And it works. Double jointed diaphragm joint. It's really just going to twist at the waist, to be honest. So hips go outwards this far. Full splits. You know, because who doesn't want their mummy to do a split? Kick forward all the way. Back. Beautiful. Maybe the best hidden thigh swivel I've ever seen. I'm watching it move and I still don't see where it's going. It's awesome. Double jointed knees with a nice calf swivel that is equally hidden. This peg will also shift and rotate at the ankle. And then the ankle, or the calf, I mean. And then the ankle goes down all the way. Goes forward not that far. And then pivot. But, I mean, it goes far enough. I didn't mean that in a bad way. Yeah. This is freaking sick. I mean, you just got to get him in his mummy pose. And it's like, what else can you want from this? Like, that is awesome. You do want to get the bands kind of going in the same direction. But, like, that's the mummy, man. That is the mummy from Scooby-Doo. That is awesome. Now let's get the creeper out. His design, you wouldn't think that it would work as an action figure, but it does. And Jada made it work, man. Take a look at that head sculpt. I mean, that is just Hanna-Barbera goodness. Oh my god, every angle looks so good. I can't imagine that taking a two-dimensional design like the creeper and putting it into a three-dimensional format in an articulated matter would be easy, but they do it so well. You get a little bit of shading at the top of the head, too. Oh, man, it's excellent. His shoulders and long arms look great. There's a little bit of, like, shading throughout the body. You can see it in different places. It's very faint, but it works. The black shirt looks good. Get to see his jacket. I mean, just look at that body sculpt in there. Like, it's not even, and it's not supposed to be. Like, it's supposed to be lopsided and weird, and I love that. So this is a very soft piece for the jacket with a hard peg for the button, which is the best way to do that. Get the big old hands, the big old clodhopper shoes, man. I mean, it's just, what else could you ask for in a creeper figure? I mean, this thing's excellent. It's excellent. It looks fantastic. It's perfect. It's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it in terms of look. There's really nothing wrong with it in anything else other regard to. I have one complaint with this guy. So, taking a look at the accessories. You do get two different, like, gesture pose hands, kind of a more grippy hand, and then this, you know, kind of like other hand. Nothing crazy. These are definitely my favorite hands for the figure, especially this one. I love this, like, you know, like that kind of hand. That looks awesome. And then, but the best accessories are going to be in the shape of the unmasked head. So, of course, spoiler alerts. There's Mr. Carswell all along. Get to see his face. I mean, and the eyes, they just mimicked that art style beautifully. Beautifully. The glasses do come off, but they're weird. They shift. But you can take them off, but they shift and stay on relatively pretty good. You know, so if you want to, like, down a little bit more, like, they just pulled it off, pulled them up. I love it. That is awesome. That is such a good sculpt. But that's not it, friends. That's not it. You also get the unmasked effect, which is just, come on, dude. Come on. You can leave the glasses on, and then you can have, like, Shaggy's pulling the mask off. You can check my pictures on Instagram to see that. But, oh, my God. That is so awesome. This is a separate piece. That effect, you can still see, like, the shading in the same spot. Like, the, you know, the lighter and... Oh, it's just... And this is like a rubbery piece. Like, Jada, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me? So we're going to put the masked head back on. But yeah, Awesome stuff. I cannot wait for this line to just keep growing and growing. It is such a fun line. So, and then you're probably thinking, oh, the articulation's not that good. I mean, look at him. He's a hunched over monster. Nope, you're wrong. The head goes up all the way, goes down all the way, pivot side to side beautifully, looks side to side, and will rotate. They could not have done a better job with a head shape like this. It's excellent. Very, very well done. Shoulder goes up, past horizontal, both sides. It's uneven. It's supposed to be. I love it. Goes down, rotates 360. Bicep swivel on both sides. And then great double jointed pinless elbows with a wrist that swivel and hinge. The diaphragm joint we saw when I unbuttoned the jacket. He can crunch forward to about there. Back all the way. Rotate at the waist. Yeah, I guess we can just undo it. Look at that pivot. I don't even know what I would need him to do, but he does it. It's great. Love the double diaphragm joint. And then, of course, you know, all your creepers need to be able to do the splits. I mean, come on. He was notorious for doing that in the episode, right? Kick forward, pass horizontal down, upper thigh swivel. The double jointed knees, this is the only problem I have with the figure. These knees are tight as all hell. I don't know if it's just mine, but both sets are super tight. They look good and they have great range, but damn, they are tight. So I'm just going to leave them alone. And then the ankle goes down and up. It'll rotate in there, so there is a rotation and pivot. So it's perfect, guys. I'm going to keep using that word for this video because this stuff is perfect. It's perfect. I love it. Other than the knees, I have no complaints for this action figure. Then finally, to round it all out, you gotta end it with Shaggy Rogers here. Norville has never looked better. Taking a look at that head sculpt, this is the more modern look for Shaggy. I kind of wish that they did the more classic look. I mean, they did that look for Carswell here, so it would have been kind of nice if they... Because Shaggy used to kind of have eyes like this, and I do think I would have liked that better for this line. Or maybe like an alternate head that has that, because from like the neck down, he's pretty much the same in terms of design. So it would have been kind of nice, but I'm okay with this too. Like, I'm just happy to have this. The head looks great. He's got a little, like his hair is like a soft piece. The sculpt is so nice. There's a little bit of shading in the hair. It's so subtle, but it's yet so effective. The arms and skinniness of them is all there with the baggy jeans, the big weird shoes, the long shirt, like a night shirt. You know, it just looks great. Looks like something my wife wears to bed, but it's great. I love it. This is such an iconic look. It's a simple look, but it's so iconic. What else could you ask for in a Shaggy figure? I mean, you get his little scruff of beard. Looks awesome, man. Looks so good. So, in terms of its accessories, almost skipped over accessories, he's going to come with 2 interchangeable hands. You get a grip hand and a pinchy finger hand. What are these for, you may ask? Well, friend, stay tuned. So, you pop these in here in their respective arms. For the open grip hand, you're going to get the iconic box of Scooby Snacks. Get to see the poop in the box. I'm just kidding. But yeah, that looks excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And of course, this hand is tailor-made to hold on to the Scooby Snacks. Obviously, if you shake the hell out of it, like I just did, like a big dope, it'll fall out. But they'll stay. I mean, that's a good grip. But what does he take out of the Scooby Snack box? You get a Scooby Snack. So you can have him hold the Scooby Snack there. And it's excellent. Looks great. What else can you ask for? Shaggy with a box of Scooby Snacks. I think all we need now is a Scooby, right? Hopefully they don't take forever to come out. I mean, they even haven't gone up for pre-order yet, so probably going to be waiting a while for this line. And then finally you get an alternate head. And it's a screaming head because you have to have Shaggy screaming. How could you not? Shaggy. He's going to scream. He's a big baby. Maybe his box of Scooby Snacks is empty here, so he's freaking out about that. I think I took a picture like that for Instagram. He's freaking out. He's got no more Scooby Snacks. But yeah, excellent head sculpt. I love the tongue in there. There's 2 colors on the tongue alone. Man, Jada, what are you doing? Just good stuff, man. Good stuff. And then finally, let's go over the articulation here. So his articulation is kind of weird. He just has a straight peg for the neck and then a hinge and swivel at the base of the neck. Well, actually, it doesn't really swivel, kind of, but you're really going to get your rotation up here and it'll pivot up and down. And then this is really just going to hinge, but like, look at how forward down you can get. It's crazy. It's just awesome stuff. Shoulder goes way past horizontal down. It'll rotate. Bicep swivel up in the sleeve there. Double jointed elbows. And then the wrist swivel and hinge. You get a diaphragm joint that goes down, back, pivot, and it'll rotate up top. And then you get another joint at the waist, I believe. Yeah, get another joint at the waist. So, I mean, it's just crazy. It's Scooby-Doo. Does it need this much articulation? Probably not. But I don't care. It has it, and it's awesome. Hips go out that far. Heel kick forward that far down. Thigh swivel, double jointed knees all look fantastic. And then the ankles will rotate. They'll go down, up, and pivot. So, yeah. It's everything it needs to be. And more, to be honest. It's excellent. Very nice job. So here they are next to the Jada Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzwares Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely, and you know the scale is great. The Mummy is the tallest, Creeper's the shortest. That's what it's supposed to be for a 6-inch line. Here they are next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Series Darwin. And then finally here they are next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. So it shouldn't be a secret, but some of you might be wondering, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on these figures? And I gotta say, look at Shaggy in this basic fun mystery machine. Shout out to Robo. I will have a minute review of that mystery machine. This is like my first time putting Shaggy in there. I found that crossing his legs is the best way to put him in there. Once you get it in there, this is exactly how they're going on the shelf. This looks awesome. So with that being said, at a price point of $29.99 a piece, you cannot beat this stuff, man. The sculpt, paint, all of it is perfect. It is perfect. This is a dream line come true. And hopefully at this rate, I'll be like 50 by the time they get the gang and all the monsters. But I'm hoping that they speed things up and we maybe get 2 or 3 waves a year. Finish the gang. I cannot wait. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. So at that $29.99 price point, I'm giving these all a 10 out of 10. These are excellent releases, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for this line. So with that being said, I believe that's all I got for today. If you have not already, please just try to like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post on all these apps, and I have a great time, so I am sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You coppin'? Because how can you not? These are awesome. See you guys in the next one. Peace. Guys, I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.